Canada's ministers and border security officials are now facing intense pressure to address potential border challenges following the recent re-election of Donald Trump as U.S. president. Trump's campaign pledge to conduct the largest deportation in U.S. history has raised alarms north of the border, where leaders are preparing for a possible wave of asylum seekers. Canadian officials are being urged by MPs to outline strategies for handling this expected influx, as there are rising concerns about the long processing times for asylum claims, with the Immigration and Refugee Board, that is IRB, currently holding a backlog of nearly 250,000 cases, averaging a 44-month wait for processing. At a recent Commons Immigration Committee meeting, Rula Etrides, deputy chairperson of the IRB, emphasized that the backlog could worsen if more asylum seekers cross the border to evade deportation in the U.S. This has sparked discussions on how Canada can maintain its commitment to fair asylum processing while avoiding strain on its resources. Immigration lawyer Richard Kurland highlighted that while many migrants may attempt to buy time by entering Canada, few are expected to have claims approved under current policies, particularly with the 2004 Safe Third Country Agreement between Canada and the U.S. in place, which mandates that most asylum seekers crossing from the U.S. be returned unless they meet specific exceptions. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police, that is RCMP, have been actively preparing for such a scenario, informed by the surge of migrants experienced during Trump's first presidency. RCMP spokesperson Camille Boilly-Lavoie mentioned that lessons learned from previous migration trends have shaped current preparedness measures, which may include increased patrols and resource allocation at key border areas. However, Bloc Québécois leader Yves-François Blanchet has expressed concern that a renewed Roxham Road saga could soon emerge, potentially drawing large numbers of migrants into Quebec, despite the border's increased fortification since 2023. At the parliamentary level, Bloc immigration critic Alexis Brunel-Duceppe and other MPs are pushing for clarity on RCMP readiness and resource sufficiency for patrolling the expansive Canada-US border, especially in regions prone to unauthorized crossings. Quebec officials have voiced specific concerns, with Premier François Legault suggesting that, if necessary, Quebec may independently bolster its border patrol efforts. Meanwhile, Public Safety Minister Dominic LeBlanc has reassured Canadians that the RCMP and Canada Border Services Agency are fully prepared for any border developments. However, despite the federal government's confidence, immigration advocates such as NDP immigration critic Jenny Kwan argue that contingency plans should consider the potential risks of the Safe Third Country Agreement's strict provisions, especially if the U.S. environment becomes less safe for migrants under the Trump administration. Kwan and others are urging Canada to strengthen its humanitarian response and expedite infrastructure to manage asylum requests efficiently. With both the public and government increasingly focused on the potential implications of Trump's deportation policies, Canada's officials are under mounting pressure to implement a proactive, comprehensive border strategy to prevent a sudden surge of asylum seekers from overwhelming Canadian resources. Stay subscribed for more videos.